Okay, if I unmute now, can you hear me? I've always wondered. No, I think you can, right? I hope you can hear me. Hello? I can always double check. I'm not following. Okay, yeah, you can. Okay, cool. Cool. Hello. It's gonna be an interesting stream. To say the least, this is gonna be an interesting stream. Yeah. Ooh, let me get everything set up. Face ID. Jeez. I need to use my web. There we go. I need to use my phone as an additional camera. Which means that I will need to. I won't have my phone, which is fine. I don't usually have my phone. Anyway, hello. All right. Look at that. Look at that. Ooh. Oh, look, you can see the OBS. Mom, get the camera. Yeah, okay. So today. Oh wait, I got a music playlist actually. I got the top Halloween songs of all time by Timeless Music. This is kind of a wordy song, right? No, like Halloween ambience. My keyboard is not usually this far out. And it's because of all of these. We'll need this white paper later. All right, so what the hell am I doing today? You might be wondering. And that's a fair question. I don't know if the stream's gonna go work well, but I needed to do this anyway, and I thought, you know what? Maybe people are interested. And I've been wrong about that in the past, so maybe they're not. Okay, so let's not have my opiate. I mean, all right, yeah. So we got a bunch of ants. And the first thing we're going to do is, oh, it auto focuses. Look at that. Ooh. It's not capturing the Firefox, huh? There we go. Okay. There we go. Cozy, spooky autumn village Halloween ambience. Like Cozy Cottage. I don't know if this is real or not. Maybe they used AI. I hope not. All right, what are we doing? Okay, so we got to make a bunch of test tubes. So the first part of the stream is going to be very fun. It's going to be me making a bunch of test tubes. Because a lot of those ants, I'll show you in a second, they need to have their water changed. And the problem with test tubes is you can't really change the water out of them once you make them. So because we're getting into winter time here in Canada, we need to make new test tubes. And so hopefully this will work well. I'm going to be using a little OXO. This stream isn't sponsored by... Actually, if OXO wants to sponsor me, I will shill any product they have. I love OXO. Okay, and then we need some... cotton pads. Actually, they're not pads. They're cotton balls, right? Oh, and actually, I'm gonna need something to stick them in. I'll be back. Okay. I have a metal chopstick. It's like a Korean style chopstick. The antler. Ooh. How you doing, Mitsend? All right, so what I'm gonna do is, and I'm not measuring out how much water I'm putting in. This is more just to make it easier to I'm very nervous all of a sudden. It's just to make it easier to pour. So I don't know why I'm so nervous. All right, that's actually a bit too much. That's a bit too much. And it was not a good pour either. You're gonna want to do maybe half. No, I'm gonna go just a bit extra just because these are gonna be for the whole winter, which is like winter's like technically 4 months or whatever. They're probably gonna be in there. So November to December, December to January, January to February, February to March, March to April. They're probably gonna be in the fridge. So that'll be. I was gonna say it's gonna be nice because they've been kind of a handful lately. They've been kind of a handful. All right, so can you see that? Yeah. Shove that in there. And then we got our chopstick. Just gonna go like that. And then the most important thing is you want to make it go in kind of all at the same time so that you don't get an air bubble. You're gonna go. Oh, wow. Okay, I missed that entirely on the camera. But you want to kind of get it so there's no air bubble. Ooh, spooky. All right. So, you know how on cooking shows, they're like, put this in the oven for like 3 hours, and then they put it in the oven, and like, this is the roast that we prepared 3 hours ago? I did not have that much forethought, so we have to do this with the rest of these. Yeah, so we're gonna, yeah. Now we just have to repeat that. If this was like a YouTube video, this would be fast forwarded, but this is real life, so I'm just gonna have to keep doing it. That's for Stanley. Yeah, that's for Stanley to deal with later, but right now, I gotta deal with this. Anyway, oh my god. Oh my god, the Blue Jays yesterday. Oh, I'm upset. I'm depressed. I'm upset about it. That double play and the whole thing. I'm upset. I didn't think I'd be this upset about sports ball, but I am. I really am. The whole city was dejected. It was, it's tough. Fucking Yamamoto, man. Fucking Yamamoto. Maybe I should put the camera, like, in between my hands, actually. Maybe that'll be a better angle. And then, like, I'll be straddling it. I mean, I was disappointed about it. And, you know, because it was happening here in the city. Like, everybody was so hyped. A Game 7 was going to be so cool. But then... Oh, no! Okay, so you see? If you don't put it in quickly enough, you get a little air bubble. A spooky air bubble forms. And that means probably nothing, actually. It's probably all fine. But just something to know. Because, I mean, ideally... So these test tubes. They're what are they? They're 16 millimeters. That's like the opening, and then they're by 150 millimeters. On the wider ones, like the 18 millimeters, I found that you can, if you are lucky. Wow. Okay, this is too far. This is not a better angle. Yeah, if you are lucky, you can make it so that if you have like a tube without any bubbles in it, what'll happen is as the ants like drink from the tube, the cotton will pull back by itself instead of leaving like a void. But like it's kind of like an aesthetic thing, and it has a small benefit for the ants because they get more space over time, but it's not anything that's necessary for sure. Yeah, I mean, definitely the Jays were the underdogs. I mean, it's been a while since they've been in the World Series. And yeah, I guess, I don't know, it was just very disappointing. It was so hype, and then it got less hype. Okay, let me... So basically the water line is gonna be like the cotton line as well. So let me just... See, now it's a bit too low. That's probably fine. All right, my desk. Ew, look at that. That's all. Look at all that junk. Isn't that gross? All that junk. All right, now I'm worried about I gotta actually move the ants. And I'm not sure how this setup is gonna look with me actually having to move the ants. Hopefully it'll be fine. What's up? Are you looking for Scully? Okay. We found our lost dog. They should have sent a poet. How are you doing, Mitts? Mitts and Mittens? Is that what we said? We settled on? Luckily I didn't drink very much yesterday, so I'm not very hungover. I'm just sad. Wow, yeah, you see like all the wrinkles of my hand in 5K detail. Ugh, I don't like that. Don't look at it. Gonna go do volleyball here soon. Oh, nice, volleyball. It's the breakfast of champions. Sport of kings. My wife is into volleyball. Well, I asked you to go to the classes you signed up for. Nothing. Let's not fight. Because I think I could win. And I don't want to humiliate you on my stream. Alright, we need some more water soon. I've been playing RuneScape. I've been watching Homicide Life on the Streets a lot lately. I'm really enjoying it. I'm surprised I am, but I am enjoying it a lot. It's basically The Wire before The Wire. They're both based on like the same book. So that's why it's like The Wire. But yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot. I was worried I wouldn't like it because I thought it would be like NCIS or CSI. But maybe I actually just like those shows. I don't know. They're kind of cozy. Like once like somebody already got killed, they become kind of cozy, you know? The killing is not very cozy, but like afterwards, you know, it's like guys and gals trying to solve a mystery. It's like Scooby-Doo, basically. Murder is a bit cozy, but not like crazy cozy. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of a weirdo. Like, I find Doubt to be like a cozy movie. It's like fall aesthetic and like everybody's, you know, dressing up in warm jackets. I guess the subject matter is not very cozy. Is that too much water? I'm concerned because some of my colonies are pretty fucking big. Okay, you know what? We're gonna... So there's a bunch of colonies that are just a single queen. So maybe we'll leave like the more watered ones for them. And then we'll make some that have less water. And then those will be for the more established colonies. Yeah, in fact, let's do all the single queen colonies first. I'm not Rob Ford or no Doug Ford. No, who's the guy? You know, he made all those cars that funded whatever. No, not Elon Musk. Get out of here. I guess so. You do live here. I don't know if you're getting picked up on microphone. No, Ford, you know, he made the industrial line and the anti-Semitism in America. Stream does not pick it up. No, sorry. Okay, you know what? I'll just, if you say something, I will repeat it for chat. Okay? Okay, I love you. That's what she sounds like. I'm not upset at this at all. Hi, Scully. Bye, Scully. You can see her scampering away. All right. How many do I need? All right, cause chat. Look, we're gonna. All the ones that don't have a long tube, we're gonna have to rehome today. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then all right. This colony might be okay. This one, this one, this one, this one. No, this one's fine. This one and this one, and then probably these two. They all gotta move out. So yeah, it's gonna be a long day. It's gonna be a long day. Oh my god, you can see my white ass. I should have worn the nice pants. These are like my home pants, and I've kind of worn them down. So I'm like that baboon. All right, 5, 6, 7. Actually, yeah, this was perfect. Okay, so we can do these now. We'll do these now. Let me clear some space a little bit. Do people not have home pants? They probably do. I don't know. I hope so. I do like the problem with these pants though is that like they're worn down at the back, so they're just white instead of gray. And I can't leave the house wearing them. Ooh. All right, here actually. Okay, this is AF. Check this out. Oh no! We're rolling her. That's not good. Give me a moment. How does that look? It looks alright. Okay, so this queen is tiny, as you can tell. She's a... Crap, I forget what species she is. As you can tell, she's really small. Like really small. And it has the designation AF. Because she's small AF. And now we're gonna move her. Okay. So remember I told you how it's nice to not have like any bubbles? The problem is that unless you like decarbonate your water before, you're still gonna get bubbles. You can kind of see them. A little bit focused, you piece of crap. You see what I mean? Like there's bubbles inside already. So doesn't really matter if you have an air bubble or not. Am I gonna freeze the ants? No, 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 they're not gonna get frozen. All they're doing is they're going in the fridge. Alright, so there's AF. There she is. She's tiny. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to knock her into the bigger tube. You do this kind of violently. Oh. There we go. There she is. There we go. How you doing, Nipsty? Then we're just gonna seal it back up. We're gonna take this little sticker. Put it on. There we go. And now she's gonna go in the fridge probably later today. So that's one down. Many to go. Alright. Next one. We have Cappy. Now Cappy is a no, the previous one was a temnothorax. Cappy, she is a Phenagaster queen. And the reason why she has a name is because my wife found her. On the same day that we saw some capybaras. But her real name is AG. So she's also gonna move. Same thing, same idea. She does not have any eggs yet, which is why it's so easy to move them. If you don't have any eggs, so she holds on a lot better. Get the fuck in there. Alright, so I had an idea of using a massage gun. And today we might use a massage gun. I gotta be gentle with her, though, because she's my wife's hand. Not for Cappy, alright, not for Cappy, not for Cappy. I don't want to stress her out too much, but she does have to move, only because look how little water there is, comparatively. Alright, so that's not gonna last, like, a few months in the fridge. They're really cool, these queens, though. She does not want to go. Okay. You might need to coerce her. Luckily, I have a gun. No, it's a paintbrush. She does think it's an earthquake. Oh, there we go. Sorry, little lady. Now we're gonna have to just... Come on, it's okay. Oh, there we go. And just like that, Cappy is safe and sound in her new test tube. So these are the easy ants because there's only one queen and they don't have any eggs. So I'm kind of worried about moving the bigger colonies. And if I feel like I'm not gonna be able to do it well on camera, I might just not do it on camera, because yeah, I don't want to harm them by accident. Oh, there's Cappy done. Don't worry, she's safe and sound. So these guys don't need to be moved, but I just wanted to show you. Oh, you can't see shit, huh? Yeah, I'll show you later when we have the macro on. But there's two queens in here, and they do have eggs. Which is fine, but not ideal. Because they're gonna have to hibernate with the eggs. Did I ever see the ant bully? No, I have not. Is it about... What's it about? You let me know. Oh, yuck. What the hell? Gross. What is that? Are those mites? I'll try to show you. So this is a Lasius parasite. So she needs other colonies brood to start going. She also doesn't have a designation. I'm not sure why. But also look at those little like black things. I don't know if that's mold or mites or something. It's kind of gross. So I don't want to handle that. So we'll just try to get only her out. And I'm not gonna directly deposit her into the tube just because I want to get rid of whatever else is in there. It's gonna be microscopic, you know? Oh, it might be because I fed her once. Oh, there we go. I had to feed her once. Oh. Don't run away, lady. Oh, there you go. Might have been because I fed her once. Because she is a parasite. So that the parasites work is that their reproduction strategy is a bit different. They send out a lot of other parasitic queens, but they don't they send out more than usual, and instead they just kind of have them like malnourished because they their failure rate is much higher than non-parasitic species. Uh-oh, that's rolling. Okay, so yeah, there's the parasite. Is the cotton blocking the water? Yes, it is. So basically what this does is, because the cotton is permeable, they're able to drink the water as well as have like a humidity gradient. And basically that's all they need until they have eggs. Although since this is a parasite, like I mentioned, she is going to need host workers. You can see her, she's actually drinking water right now. It's kind of cool. Yeah, she's gonna need host workers, which will be a problem for future me to figure out. And we have another Aphaenogaster queen. Here, I'm gonna put on the macro lens. Or micro lens? Ah! Alright. This is why people have multiple cameras, I think. Oops. Okay, so you can tell kind of, you see how big her butt is? That's one of the ways you can kind of tell if it's a parasite versus a non-parasite. But more than that, it tells you if they're a claustral versus semi-claustral queen. And so almost all the queens I have are claustral, which means that you don't actually have to feed them or anything until they get their workers. And I'm just going to check to make sure she does not have any eggs or anything like that, because if she does, I would want to transfer them, right? But I don't think she does. Same species as Cappy. These are are they Aphaenogasters? Yeah, I think it's Aphaenogaster circe. Although it's kind of impossible to tell based on just queens. I'm mostly basing that off of the ecology that we have where I live, rather than identifying it based on queen alone. They are a bit subdued because, well, they haven't eaten in months, obviously, but that's not really a problem. It's more so because they're basically ready to hibernate. I mean, it's called diapause in ants, but the principle is kind of the same. They go into a state of lower activity until summer. And these guys fly late into the year, and so that's why they fly late into the year, and so they're more likely to basically they don't lay eggs until the following year. Okay, so there we go. That is AC done. The music did feel appropriate, right? And it was all planned. Oh man, Nipsey, you saw the game yesterday, right? What a fucking heartbreaker. I was at a Steam Whistle, which is like right across from the stadium. It was fucking glum afterwards, man. It was really glum. I'm so fucking nervous. I don't know why. Sorry. Ah, fuck. Yeah, I'm trying to move on like an ex who you loved and she just lost the World Series. No, I feel that. I feel that a lot. Okay, so I use that as like my follow sound. So I get like startled. I get like whiplash. I'm like, did somebody follow me just now? Alright, this is... Oh, it smells like a fart. This is designation AE. I kept saying Chromatogaster? Aphenagaster? I think they're Chromatogaster. You know what? Let me just make sure. Chromatogaster, Cerassi. Yeah, okay, they're Chromatogaster. And they have their workers. They're very cute because they look like a little like heart. They have a heart-shaped butt. And then when they get angry, they like raise it. It's cute. They're a cute species. And they also grow pretty quickly. I might have too many queens, honestly. Oh, there we go. She was easy. So if anybody wants to buy some ant queens from yours truly, maybe even donate them, we'll see. Let me know. Only if you're in Canada though, I'm not promoting illegal trade. Which is illegal. AE, After Earth, the greatest movie ever released, maybe apart from Battlefield Earth. She is done. God, my desk is a mess now. AD, also Chromatogaster. All these are Chromatogasters, except, no, I have some Lasius as well. I have the Parasite, but I also have some Neoniger and Neurticus. Neurticus I'm really excited for because they're like yellow, like they're a nice orange-yellow colored ant. And all my other ants are basically black, with the exception of Myrmica, which are like a bit like red. But it's nice to have some color variation. Alright, so you're not gonna be easy. If they're clinging onto the cotton, I find that it's harder to get them out. Whereas if they're on the glass, it's a lot easier. So... oh, there we go. Come on, lady. You know you wanna. Yes. How am I putting the labels on? This... no, the other way. I've been thinking about lunch. Sorry, you said that already. It's been a while, huh? Chat's going kind of slowly. That's okay. This had to be done one way or the other. Because I do have an announcement to make. I was gonna say I'm not gonna be streaming as often, even though I'm barely streaming. But this not as often is gonna be like 0 for a little bit, because I am gonna be in Nippon, or as we Yanks call it, Japan, for a few weeks. So I'm going in a few weeks for a few weeks. AD, look at that. And that concludes, I think, all of our smaller... oh, no, it doesn't. Sorry. No, I have one more. We have AB. Trust me, it says AB on the other side. Am I gonna eat katsu? Tonkatsu? Tonkotsu? All of them, yeah. Alright, so it seems like just dumping them like this is a lot easier. And then getting them into the new tube. And just going tube to tube. And it does help get rid of like any transfer of foreign materials between tubes. Oh wow, look at that. Water came out. That's actually really strange. I've never had that happen before. I don't want to drown her by accident. Oh, now she's drinking it. This is my only piece of white paper, by the way. So I'm a bit concerned. Because I don't have anything else. I can contrast the colors later. I have tissues so close to my computer, not because I'm a gooner, but because I have allergies, okay? I have bad allergies all the time. Oh man, okay, this tube is getting very wet very quickly. I'm gonna try to just get her out. Because I don't want her to drown by accident. Just gonna dry her off a little bit on this tissue paper. I hope she's okay. Yeah, she looks fine. Okay. Then it's just like picking up a spider. You know, you put a piece of paper underneath. She's probably a bit dazed from the water and me whacking it. How about ramen? Honestly, the main reason I want to go to Japan is to eat ramen every day. If all I did in Japan is eat ramen every day, I would consider that a good trip. Am I gonna bring back some 7-Eleven sushi? There's an idea. Oops. 80, please. Ma'am? Ma'am, please get in the tube. So can I be honest? I actually kind of am afraid of ants. Like, they're like my least feared bug, but I do still get a bit skittish around them. Which is, like, not ideal for an ant keeper. There you go. Nope. Especially the bigger ones. The bigger ones are getting skittish around. Is shark fin soup illegal yet? No, actually last time I was in Japan, at the airport, they were selling like shark fin soup at like a... what felt to me like a... Burger King? And I'm like, wow. Ma'am, please, just get in the tube. It's for your own good. I mean, do we even need sharks, though? Aren't they like mosquitoes? Like, if we got rid of them, like, the ecosystem would adapt? Okay, you see this? I can't get her to... I need to chill. I need to chill. I'm having... I don't know why I'm so nervous. I bet there's only like you and maybe one other person watching this. I just gotta pretend that there's no cameras. Unfortunately, there are 2 cameras, so it's like I've gained 20 pounds. And handling is no light business. I know, I know. At least Cappy is safe, right? The ants know when you're scared. You know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna take a little break. Oh. You have high expectations. No. Did you see the new Fortnite map? Fortnite X Simpsons? I went to Moe's last night. Look, if they're making a Simpsons thing, I'll play. Hit me up. I'll go to Moe's too. I would have to go to Moe's after that fucking game, though. I'd be very careful not to, like, get any of her appendices trapped when I close this. Alright. So she just had water flooding. I'm kind of happy I split up doing the tubes into 2 different sections. Because now we can chill out and just fill up some tubes. I'll hit you up. We can destroy Jebediah Springfield? Isn't that like, what is that? That's like the first season, right? It's called the Telltale Head. And like the whole town's basically trying to like lynch Bart because he destroyed the statue to be cool. Man, those early seasons were kind of crazy. Alright. So. Now this is all done. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that's 13 colonies for next year. Which sounds like a lot. And it is actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Alright. These are all the tubes that we moved from. And this is for this is the simple part, by the way. This is the easy part. Cause later, oh God. I gotta move the big colonies. And they scare me. They genuinely scare me. Cause I moved one of them recently. It was a nightmare. And I counted how many there were. I thought there were like 20 to 30 ants. It was like 55. There's 55 ants. So yeah, you know what? I'm gonna take a little break. We'll be right back. We're back. We're almost back. Fuck the IRS, man. They've been hounding me for payment for something that I don't owe them. And I've had to, like, I've called them 5 times. I faxed them like 4 times. They're still like, we didn't get the documents that we requested. Like, fuck, you did. You did, okay? Honestly, like, I'm just thinking about not paying. Fuck the IRS. There was some fucking NIMBY at the game yesterday. I didn't, you know, I went to a bar, but yeah, he was like yelling about like Olivia Chow and shit like that. And he was like, oh, I pay like 40% taxes and shit like that. And then he was like, Trump 2026. No, 2021. Oh, he's a fucking moron. But then he was like, yeah, I pay 40% taxes. And in my head, I'm like, your broke ass does not make enough to pay 40% taxes. All right? Stay in your lane. Like, there's no way that you pay 40% in actual taxes. Because that's like, I think it's like 250K annually made. What does the mayor have to do with federal taxes? It's a good question. It's a question that, like, a person with rational thought would ask right away. But I don't think this is a very rational person. How does this conversation arise at the bar? I just think that, I don't know, he's making like a TikTok or something. I don't know. It was actually not at the bar. It was in line to go to the washroom. It was actually insane. The men's washroom was... The lineup was about 4 to 5 times longer than the women's washroom. I've never seen that in my entire life. It was crazy. And I've told you this. I'm a shy pisser. I had a hard time. I had a really hard time with dealing with it. There's like guys breathing down your neck at the urinal. Just not a good time. I forgot I'm on camera. Okay. I don't actually know how many we need to fill. Or we need to move. Okay. B H E H L J A D H L J A N G F. That's 8 at least, and then these guys need to move, but I might move them later. I might move the Penelepis later, just because they thrive in the cold weather longer. All right. This is gonna be a trial run. Okay, so this colony has 3 workers, a bunch of small brood in the back, and as you can tell, there's still some water left. The problem is that they are basically ready to hibernate. So I need to move them. They have like a little water tower. Well, actually, it's a sugar tower, and I've been feeding them, but they haven't been eating. I think they're basically ready to hibernate. Diapause, more technically correct. The problem is this shit is terrifying. So I'm not gonna talk for a little bit. The plan is going to be to take out their tube, put this tube in, and then probably dump them back into this outer world that I designed and made myself. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I need my tweezers. I'm genuinely terrified. Because I don't want to cause them any damage, you know? I don't want to hurt them. And I don't want, like, the streaming to have any negative, like, anything, you know? So let me just clear it up a little bit, just so it'll be harder for me to fuck up. Okay, might be hard to see. I apologize, but I'm gonna prioritize the well-being of the ants over like a great viewer experience. So I apologize for that to the viewers, but oh shit, that's like really stuck in there. Oh crap, and this is too tight, too loose. Yeah, that's pretty loose. So the queen and all the brood fell in. That's good. Now it's just the workers. Actually, that worked out pretty great. Is this stressful? Yes. Yes, it's stressful for them, but it's not that much stress, luckily. And they'll recover pretty quickly. Just, I gotta get these fucking workers to fall in though. Because the queen's like, where the fuck are all my guys, you know? I kind of want to try the massage gun. Yeah, you see them? They don't want to move. She's... No, what the fuck, dude? It's 2 down. Last one is always the hardest. That's like the smallest colony that I have. So they're naturally freaking out a little bit. They have quite a lot of brood actually. Look at that. That's not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Probably like a few more there. 17, I want to say. Is that an egg on her butt? No, it looks. I hope it's not a parasite. I don't actually know what that dot is. I don't know if you can see it on stream. I hope it's just a tiny bit of cotton or something. That's something to keep an eye on though. That's not ideal. You should be able to see it. Okay. Ah. Alright. That's colony H done. As you can see, there's a lot of crap that I took out of their nest. I'll put this back in, the sugar tower. I did not design this. This is designed by somebody named Nix on the Incubate Discord. Alright, I put on, like, I covered the tube. I can show you, actually. I covered the tube with basically some tin foil. So that it's darker, and they're more likely to move in. Instead of staying out in the outer world. Oh. Whew. Do you ever have nightmares the errands will run away? I did a little bit. By the way, this is what I feed them. Mealworms. So all of those, basically all that junk is mealworm guts, I guess. Okay, one down. Jesus Christ. A lot more to go. My framing is horrible, by the way. I apologize. Okay. First, let's make the tube, and then afterwards, I'm gonna show you the next colony that we have to move that I 100% am gonna freak out about, unfortunately. Okay. You know what, actually, you mentioned that, do I get any nightmares the ants will run away? I am living my nightmare where I have to move all the ants. Like, this is genuinely the worst part for me about ant keeping, is having to like handle them, because I'm very, very worried about harming them. And then at the same time, I also like, I don't like handling them as well. So like, I'm afraid of my fear instinct kicking in and harming them by accident. And not on purpose, like with a shock collar. Oh, topical. I'm joking. Okay. This next colony is huge. They're all pretty big. I mean, like the last one was 3. 3 is the smallest colony I have right now, apart from like the Queen Omen colonies. And then also, I mean, I think you noticed it, but like these ants, these are carpenter ants. They're big. They're big. This is Colony D. So, yeah. This is a bigger colony. It's not the biggest, but it's up there. And as you can tell, there's quite a bit of ants. Quite a few ants, actually. Is that poop in there? Nope, that's not poop. I don't know what you're referring to specifically, but it's either they have some pupa, and I'm waiting for the pupa to close, which means hatch basically, before I hibernate them. Or it's it might be the mealworms that I feed them. My hands are shaky. Okay, I startled them by accident. I was trying to get them to get more into the tube, and now they are freaking out and trying to leave the tube. Yeah, this could have been planned somehow better. Get in the tube. Get in the tube. Like, ideally, I'd have a bigger area to dump them into. But the problem is, I would need to set up like anti-running away stuff. Which, let's try it like this, and if it's a catastrophe, we'll adapt. Because I would have to somehow reuse the area for multiple colonies, and I don't know how I'm gonna do that, because I don't have enough places for the amount of colonies we gotta move. So they're all in the tube now. I just gotta dump them out. Which... I fucking did it. I fucking did it. Holy shit, I fucking did it. I fucking did it. There's so many in there, holy shit, look. Sorry, there's still a little bit more we have to do. No, I can't get the focus running, sorry. Okay, so... See there? There's 2 specks. Those are larvae. And we're gonna want to get them in there as well. And the problem is, they're sticky. So, we need to do it ourselves. Oh. There's one. There's 2. Okay. Alright, that's done. So, you might see that there's like mold and stuff there. It's kind of gross. It's actually not really an issue for ants, just because of the way that they breathe and the way that that they process things. Black mold is actually totally fine with them. So we're only moving them not because of the black mold issue, but because they needed a new home for the winter. And I also showed, I think, but they have 11 or 12 pupa that haven't closed yet. And they need to close before I put them in the fridge, or else they will die. And I'm kind of worried about that, because I'm on a tight schedule. Okay. Like, this is stressful, and then this is a little extra stressful because I'm doing it live. But like, this would have been stressful even if I was doing it like not on stream or anything, because it's just it's just stressful, you know? It's like delivering your first baby, probably. But you know, once you get to like your 5th baby, it's fine. If it helps, I'm only listening at the morning because I'm cleaning. No, it's not that. It's just the act of doing it inherently is stressful to me. Because obviously I don't want to accidentally hurt the ants. If you fuck up, just say I did it, yay. Maybe that's like a good way to look at life, though, you know? Just always be like pretending that you did the right thing. Sometimes, like when I was looking for ants throughout the year, I would just have like a bunch of test tubes and cotton pads, and if I didn't know how drug users did drugs, that's what I would have assumed. They would be carrying around like vials of drugs in their test tubes with like cotton for whatever reason. So I always was worried that like people would be like, what the fuck are you doing? Although once you explain that you're looking for ants, they're like, somehow that's worse. Somehow they're like, you know what, I wish you were a drug user, because now you're just a weirdo. Now you're just a weirdo. Alright, let's do colony M. Alright, so colony M, one of the smaller colonies. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 workers. And only larvae, which is good. That means that they can just go hibernate like right away. Actually, you know what I'm thinking? I'm gonna divide all the colonies that have pupa, and I'm gonna give them heat so that they get the pupa out. And then all the other colonies, I'm gonna start putting in the fridge. The mini fridge, actually, very graciously sponsored by Nipsty, who I am loaning it from. So thank you, Nipsty. That's our channel sponsor today. I try not to talk into like the thing because they are really sensitive to vibrations, but especially like mouth currents. So that's why I'm covering myself a little bit. But we just successfully moved Colony M, which is great. The crazy thing is, like, these ants are big enough that you can hear them scurrying. Like, you can hear, like, their feet on plastic and glass. Alright, that's him. Mm. And, yeah, their food again. The reason I move it around is because the guts, like, kind of, they get stuck to the plastic. I don't think I showed this off, but I have a custom made nest that I designed myself. And so the nest kind of looks like this, but it's in plaster, right? And so this is the entrance. And then here, water goes in. And then I made the nest. So I have a silicon mold, which is pretty cool. The design isn't great though. I don't love it. I'm probably going to design something else for the other ants later. But this was a really fun like project. I got to go to like a sculpture supply store. I bought a lot of plaster. Yeah, I bought like 5 kilos of plaster and I used like 50 grams to make this. uh, and I also bought like 2 kilos of like mold, and this is like, I don't know, 100 grams of mold. Silicon mold. Did I 3D print the mold? No, this is silicon. So I 3D printed the positive, and then I filled it with the mold. And so the mold is a negative, and now you pour in the plaster, and then it becomes a positive. Which is really cool. Yeah, like I learned a lot of. I basically picked up AutoCAD, Fusion 360, just for ant stuff, and it was like a good excuse to get a 3D printer. All right. That colony's moved in. I'm gonna refer to this video actually. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna write down D has pupa. And what was the first one you moved? Actually, the first one did not have pupa, right? Okay, I don't think I showed this colony off very well. Let me get the let me get the lens on. Okay, these are the pavement ants. This is the biggest colony. They're up in the like hundreds to 200s now. And these are the Murica. These guys also need to move, but they're gonna move in a different way. And these are the Prenolepis, which are like the fake. Well, that's a cool effect. They're like the fake honeypot ants. All right. So D had pupa. The other colony did not. The one with the 3 ants did not. What? What the fuck? That's not ideal. It tried to call the emergency services. That was an accident. Yeah. No, I don't. Let's turn the emergency SOS off. All right. I don't know if that got caught, but the ant police are coming. I'm more worried that the real police are coming. Let me just make sure. Because of the clamp that I'm using to hold the phone, it can, you know. I'm gonna get something from my hair. I can't finish a single sentence, huh? Sorry, I had something from my hair somewhere to get it out of my face, but I don't know where it is. Alright, I got myself some water as well. And the hair thing. I worked with a guy who he's a nice guy, but the way he drank water is he took tiny sips like this, and after every single sip, he went, ah. It took him half an hour to get through a glass of water. Because he'd go, ah, ah, ah. And I am not exaggerating. He did this continuously, like in 5-minute increments. Oh, God, it was. We didn't invent noise cancellation back then, you know? We had to just listen. We had to raw dog life. It was the worst. I also realized we don't have any spooky ambience playing. There we go. You might be wondering why we need spooky ambience. It's a good question. I will not be answering it. So I kind of want to encourage people to get into ant keeping if they're interested, because it is a very low cost hobby to get into. Like literally the main things you need are test tubes. That's like the real non-negotiable of the whole thing. And that's it. And time. Yeah, of course there's time involved, but like it's a hobby. That's like the whole point of the hobby, idiot. The point is to invest time for, you know, sentimental gain. Alright. What's the next colony that we're moving? Let's find out. L. L is, I think, one of our biggest colonies. Might be wrong. It doesn't look like there's a lot, but they're all bunched up, which is actually a good thing. I think it's gonna make it easier to move them. Oh, there's an ant on the water tower. And in the Philippines signed a defense pact to boost drills and deter China's aggression. Alright, let's not make it political, because that's not fun. Unless it's like politics that I find fun. And that doesn't sound fun. You know what, actually? You know what I might try? This might backfire on me. Nope, we're fine. And this too is fucking nasty. This outer world. It's all covered in like gunk and junk. Yuck. Here, look. Look at that. Yuck, yuck, yuck. There's also 2 ants in there, by the way. You can kind of see them. Like, right there. And, right there. Alright. Time to dump again. There's an ant on me. Shit. Okay, there's 2 ants on me. This is the part that I was worried about. Oh, fuck. And there's... Ah, fuck. Okay. Okay. Shit. Okay, this colony has a lot of majors. Is what poop? They don't, like, they do poop, but you're probably not gonna see it that well. That one was scary. I did not narrate that one very well, and that's because it was terrifying. I need to make sure that there's nothing on this too. Because it got a little sticky. I'm shaking. Okay, give me a minute. I don't know why their tube is so sticky. They've been really messy with the sugar water, I think. Okay, L also has pupa that we need to let hatch. Okay, you see this? The food end is quite sticky. So some of this is poop. Some of the brown stuff is definitely poop. Mixed with other things. I'm just trying to see. You see over here? Just trying to see if there's any larva that I might have accidentally got stuck. Doesn't look like it though. No, I don't think so. I think I did a good job on this one. Alright, and they were actually running out of water, as you can see. There's a barely, like the thing is still wet, but there's no water in the reservoir. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna let them rest. I want to show you actually though, the colony, because they actually have, let me see if I can turn on the, ultra wide. Okay, there's a queen. Oh, I see that this is, no, that's upside down. Okay, so there's the queen, top left. But you can also see there's several workers that are quite big, like the one right beside her, and those are majors. See, there's like a lot of variation of sizes. And so the majors have bigger heads. They're closer to the queen, whereas the minors are smaller. And like, look at the size variation between the major and the ant right to the right of it. Just massive differences. Pretty cool. Oh, whoops. How do I change cameras? Okay, so that was colony L. I am filming with my iPhone, yeah. Oh god, it's gonna be a long fucking night. There's quite a lot of colonies left. Okay, L also had pupa that we need to close. Oh, there's a fly? What the fuck? If I get this fly, I'll feed it to one of the colonies. That's cool. Oh, okay. My setup is so cramped right now. There's like a light right here. Right here. There's like my microphone. There's like the iPhone that's like right here. And like, yeah, you see the desk. The desk is also pretty cramped. Okay. It's probably a good amount for the winter. So the ants are stocking up for diapause. It's basically hibernation. Slight differences, but they don't really matter for the explanation. And so what they do is they stock up on a lot of carbohydrates and water, and then they're just not gonna do anything until it gets warm again in 3 to 5 months. And the way that I'm measuring when to do this is it's actually interesting. Some of the ant species, they have like an internal clock, and they basically follow that internal clock regardless of the weather and the temperature, and you know, like how long a day is, stuff like that. And then there's other species that do not have an internal clock, and instead they take cues from the weather, you know, how long a day is, how moist it is, stuff like that. And so all the campanadas, the bigger ones that we were just doing, they all have an internal clock. So they are gonna go diapause regardless of the environmental factors. Those guys, the pavement ants, Tetramorium immigrants, they do not have an internal clock. And so I'm gonna try to maybe keep them not hibernated while I'm gone for 3 weeks. And the way I'm gonna do that is I'm gonna feed them a lot before I leave, and I'm also gonna try to get them to eat like almond seeds and chia seeds and stuff like that, and hopefully they'll be able to survive on that. I mean, I know they're gonna be able to survive because they're gonna have sugar water access the whole time. But I'm just hoping that their brood is gonna be okay without having them get culled a little bit. You can sort of trick them with temperature and light, but it's like, okay, they're in this room. I do not keep like a consistent schedule of when I'm up and when the room lights are on. And also, I've been having this problem ever since I turned off the AC. It's actually been very hot in this room. It's been quite hot. So, like, it's hard to get them to get tricked because you kind of, like, it has to be consistently, like, the things that they're looking out for, they have to be pretty consistent, right? Like, kind of how nature is consistent. Instead of just being, like, they're not gonna, like, go right away. God, my hair looks horrible with this thing on. Why do I care what my hair looks like? Because if I cared, I would have gotten like a haircut a few months ago, please. Alright, one more colony. And then a lot more after that. Okay, so J is also a big colony with a lot of majors. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that major in the center. Look how big she is. That's not the queen, that's a major. The queen is a bit to the right of her. Like, just the size variations. Oh, so cool. So, luckily, I'm finding that these ants are being a bit more docile than usual, and I think it's because they're getting ready to diapause. And that's definitely in my favor. Hey lady, can you get off the... Nope, not on me. Oh shit. Okay, there's an ant there. I think I need to get more comfortable with just handling the ants. They're just small and I'm afraid of hurting them. And there's this documentary called The Ant Bully, and I think that guy dies because he's mean to ants. So, I want to avoid that if possible. Oh, and you're on me. Alright. There you go. Okay. J is another big colony. That's right, Jay. You're a big colony. A big colony of ants. I don't know why I was doing a David Lynch. Okay. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. You'll be fine. I'm freaking out. Just look how many there are. You know? Now I know how the Blue Jays felt every time they had to go up against Yamamoto. Get it? Because the colony is J. Actually, because the Blue Jays lost, I'm going to crush this colony. They're going in the freezer. They're not going in the mini fridge. They're going to fucking die. Right, that went actually really well. The more there are that are like, when they're really, really clumped up, it's better because it's kind of like they are all like, wah, 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 you know? POV, you're an ant in my farm. Wait. POV, you're an ant in my farm. It's called a visual gag. Alright, and then they had a little bit of water. It's yellow. It's fine. Yellow water is fine. And you're an ant. Okay. We got like this many more to go. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm worried about the Prenolepis colony. So, honeypot ants, they've evolved to have a way to have like an expanded social stomach. So most ant species have two stomachs. They have like the first stomach, which is the social stomach, which is where they kind of keep food that they share with the colony. And then they have like a actual stomach that processes the food. And honeypot ants, you probably have seen them. They have like huge inflated social stomachs, and you know, if you dye their food like red or green or whatever, they look like little inflated M&Ms or Smarties if you're Canadian. Although Smarties kind of suck. But the problem is they're very fragile, and you can accidentally like burst them when you're moving them. So the fake honeypot ants, they also have an adaptation that lets them have a bigger social stomach, but it's a lot less big. Like I'm talking about like 5 times smaller. But I'm still worried that I might accidentally burst their stomachs if I dump them the way I've been doing it. So I don't know. So I'm gonna delay that move. I think I don't want to do it on camera. I want to have like just be in the right headspace to do it and be like very gentle and also like not have shit cluttering me. Yeah. I think some of the meanest people on Reddit are on tattoo subreddits. Is that true? I've never been on a tattoo subreddit because I don't have any tattoos. Except in, I think in Far Cry 3 it was, when you had to get the towels. Far Cry 3 was a lot of fun. They really brought it back, huh? It's so weird that Far Cry 3, like, is a sequel sort of to Far Cry 1. Like, Far Cry 1 is about, like, a mad scientist who, like, runs, like, a insane... Like, he's basically the island of Dr. Moreau, right? In Far Cry 1. And then Far Cry 3, you're like, ooh, zany tattoos. It's like a white guy with tribal tattoos, you know what I'm saying? I think that's what that's what the game was. It's like white guy tribal tattoos of the game. Far Cry 5 also interests me. I have like I don't remember. Is that the one with I was gonna say Bonpansero, but that's not his name. Giovanni, you know who I'm talking about. He's in everything now, for some reason. After Breaking Bad? You were stranded in a Christian cult town? Isn't that Resident Evil 5? I mean 4? Giancarlo Esposito. Okay. Resident Evil 4 and Far Cry 4, right? Honey, get back in your cave. Honey, please. I've been seeing Giancarlo in like bit parts in a lot of TV shows that I've watched. I think he has like a bit part in Homicide, Life on the Streets, which is what I'm currently watching. Come on, get. A lot of forehead today, huh? Look at that. Ooh, that's a healthy. It's a healthy head of hair. Oh wait, am I developing a widow's peak? No. Okay, one more time. One more time. Look at that. This is one of the oldest ants in the colony, by the way. This one, right here. That's Nanitic. You can tell from her size. But she is probably the wisest in the colony, apart from the queen. So she probably knows basic algebra. She's very impressive. She's been alive, I want to say, for... I think these are caught in May. It's probably hatched in July. So August, September, October, November. 3 to 4 months, which is actually kind of their lifespan. The nanitics. They don't live very long. Lady. There you go. Okay, you see this? You see how you can see through this? That's because they've been trying to get out. So every time they like try to get out a little bit, they wear away a little bit of the barrier. And the barrier is made out of mineral oil and baby powder. Cornstarch-based baby powder. So if you don't believe that you can use cornstarch-based baby powder, you are wrong. They've been working on my Campanodises, they've been working on my Myrmicas, they've been working on my Tetramorium. So you don't need talc, okay? You don't need to give yourself skin cancer. Well, I guess it's not skin cancer, it's more like breathing cancer. Our K is done. Hey chat, you know what? We're actually done like the hardest ones. We're like the biggest colonies, they're done. I'm actually... I mean, it just practice makes perfect, you know? It really is. Alright, let's keep going. What time is it? 5 p.m.? Let's rock. Hello, New Spire. Look, hand reveal. I got all 5 of my little piggies on both hands. Sorry, I don't know why I did that. Oh shit, did the last colony have... Let me check. Did they have J and K both have pupa? Okay. Alright. On to N. It is an ant stream. How you doing, you Spire? Happy Sunday. I'm doing horrible, thank you for asking. My beloved Blue Jays. Oh. How I love them. I just got home from hanging out with friends at a bar watching the football game. That's nice. Alright, there's also, you can see those little black things in the bottom left? Yeah, those are dead ants. So ants don't really live that long, especially the nanitics. And ants like to disassemble their dead for some reason. So those are dead ants. Toronto stays disappointing. Man, just, you know, be nice, okay, please? I'm in a vulnerable state. That's a pretty clean dump too. There we go. Is it cozy cleaning stream? It's not cozy at all, man. I've been having panic attacks doing this. I've genuinely, like, if I had a blood pressure monitor, they would say I'm pre-diabetic. Or pre-diabetic. But if they had like a heart rate monitor, they would say I'm having 24 9/11s. What is the brown stuff in the old tubes? Okay, so there's a couple of things. If you mean this, that's mold. And it's not an issue for ants because of the way that they breathe. Black mold is not an issue for them. If you're talking about this, it's a mixture of mealworm parts and their poop. Their poop and just stickiness from the sugar water. So I have these little sugar water towers. Which are very cute, by the way. They look like a little like water towers. And so the ants just they have like a tiny gap between like the little what is it called? Glass bottle and the tower itself. And the ants just go and they drink it right up. They drink their milkshake, you know? Okay, so that was N. N also has one pupa, which is very important. Here, I'll show you, because you haven't seen this yet. There are all the ants in their outer world. Look at that big one, that's not a queen. The queen is huge. The queen has a massive dumpy. There's the queen, look at her. She's got a fat ass. What's that Al Pacino line? She had a gigantic ass. I don't know. Anyway. Okay, so that's tube N done with, which is great. Al Pacino sounds like a pasta. I would eat an Al Pacino, honestly. I would. Even if he's not a pasta. Alright, they're moving into the tubes that I covered with tinfoil a lot faster. So I might just do that. I might just cover them all up in tinfoil for now. Oh, sorry. They're moving into the tubes that I covered with tinfoil a lot faster than they are, like the colonies that have their test tubes covered right now. Because ants are kind of averse to light, but you can, like, it's like Dwarf Fortress, you know? If they live in darkness all the time, they get adapted to it. And then whenever they see the light, they puke or they freak out. But if you get them acclimated to light, they're like, you know what? Whatever. It's fine. But when you dump them, you know, their basic instincts kick in, and so they're more likely to freak out and choose the tube or just the area that's like darkest. Just making a test tube. Voila. And let's do the next colony. Look, a little sleeve so that it's covered. Very cute. Sort of. Kind of looks like a crack pipe. That was the inspiration for this tube design. This tube and outer world design is I wanted to look like what a crack pipe is. These guys, look at how much trash they made, like, to cover the entrance. It makes them feel safer, but it's also, like, a bunch of shit. Honestly, I might have to clean it out a little. Look at this, just too much shit. They did too much. You can have a little bit of your shit, but not this much. Come on. Like, be reasonable, okay? Please. Yeah. How was my Halloween? Well, I was watching the game. Both the days I've been watching the game. All right. Now comes the nerve-wracking part. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, that's okay. These guys, this is the grossest tube I've had to deal with. Just fall down. Thank you. Oh. There's another ant in there. There you go. Oh no, that's not an ant. Just garbage. Alright. I think this tube is... okay, this tube I gotta analyze, because they have so much shit here. And it's all sticky. And they got some pupa. How was your Halloween? Sorry, I forgot to ask. Because I don't care. I'm joking, I'm joking. How was your Halloween? I assume you didn't go trick-or-treating or anything. You give out candy? That's like your responsibility as a homeowner, right? HOA, church, candy on Halloween. Those are like the pillars that keep America #1. Hi, Scully! Am I done? I think I'm done. Am I done? Hey, Scully. Alright, done. Okay, so E I moved before. I have to move a bit earlier, so I think I have enough water. L got moved, J got moved, K got moved. Look at that, by the way. Jesus Christ. N got moved. G got moved. M got moved. F. Oh no, we gotta move F. Whoops. We gotta move F. Oh yeah, you can't hear anything I'm saying, right? My bad. I was saying I thought I was done, but we need to move one more. We need to move one more. I'm starting to feel better about doing this, which is good. But we need one more cotton ball. Oh yeah, we also moved all the little ants, right? Like the little things. I'll probably move them into the fridge starting tomorrow. I'm just too fucking high wired right now. Too stressed. Oh, it's been a tough stream, but one that had to be done, especially because I'm going on vacation soon. I need a vacation from my vacation. I need to get a lapel mic or something if I'm gonna do something like this. Cause this thing, it gets in the fucking way. And then when I turn around, you can't hear me. All you can see is my baboon pants and denim jeans. Itty bitty jeans. Spaghetti at Trafali's. People can change. People can change. Let the kid hold the baby. Okay. Whatever. Just get inside. Cause I'm moving house. I'm evicting you guys to build a parking lot. I just pushed that ant in a little. Never done that before. Okay, these guys are being ruthless. Mustache reveal? I went for Halloween as a guy who can't grow a mustache. Two-sentence horror. I tried to grow a mustache, but I couldn't. This is a fucking big colony too. Look at that. Look at that. Probably like 40, 50 ants. Get away from the entrance, you guys. Okay, this is the toughest one because these guys are way more active than everybody else. You know what I have that these ants don't, though? Mostly functional frontal cortex. I can just wait until they relax a little. Thumbs? No, they have thumbs too. In the form of feet. Itty bitty jeans and a bob. That's the other thing that I might have that they don't. Alright. I'm just gonna let them hang out a little bit and relax. They're being really aggressive, as you can tell. Itty bitty jeans and a bob. Oh wait, no, that's what she says, is it? She says itty bitty titties and a bob. Slick back hair, sloppy steaks is Trufani's. They keep saying no sloppy steaks, no sloppy steaks, but they can't stop you from ordering a steak and a glass of water. Please guys, no sloppy steaks tonight. What do you think we are, some kind of assholes? Slap 'em up, boys! It's a dangerous night. I cannot do the high harmonies of that song. It's a dangerous night. Oh wait. Oh, I got 2-sentence horror story. Boy, I love football. Well, I need to do some research for this joke. Well, yeah. 2-sentence horror story. Boy, I love football. I can't wait for the Hamilton Tiger Cats to face the Montreal Alouettes. Get it? Because they like CFL instead of NFL. At the Tim Hortons field. Oh wait, 2-sentence horror story. Boy, I love coffee. I drink a Timmy's every morning. You're an itty bitty titties and a bob guy? I'm partial to secret product and a trench myself. What does that mean? I kind of get what itty bitty titties and a bob are. What is a secret product? Also, I feel like if you're wearing a trench coat, you're gonna flash me. Like I just automatically assume anybody wearing a trench coat is a pervert. Have we waited long enough? She's going fucking... She's going crazy on it. Oh shit, that major. So these ants are adapted for climbing trees? Shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Too bad I'm not a tree. Alright, I might need help. I might. No, I'm okay. We're okay. Okay, let me just make sure there's no ants running around. Good thing everything I fucking own is black. It really contrasts all the black ants that I have. Well, that's a larva. Okay, we gotta get that larva. And you, Spy, I'm not ignoring you. I'll read it in a second. I'll read all your whatever you're gonna say in a second. I'm gonna pick up this egg. It's not that easy because they're sticky, but they don't want to stick to what I want it to stick to. I still want to kill it. Did I get that? I think it's okay. Oh, okay. You should listen to Trenchcoat Museum. What the hell is Trenchcoat Museum? Do your patriotic duty and watch the CFL speaking of the Hamilton Tigers. Don't poggers the escapees, okay? Okay, and these guys also have they also have some pupa. What is this, F? New NFL field goal record, Pog crazy, 68 yards. Isn't that like really close? I feel like if I was a professional football player, I would get it in every single time. All right, if we have any escapees later that we find, we're putting them in F. Darn, it's too hard to get the camera to focus. Are ants social creatures where they're more likely to die if they're placed in an unfamiliar social group? They are eusocial creatures, I think, which means that they will be killed if they're placed in the wrong group. So they have like pheromones. Each colony has its own scent, and ants will kill. In most species, the ants will kill members of different groups. That's not always true. Like Argentine ants, they are super docile around the same species, and that's part of their strategy for being super invasive. Are you well read on the ant wars? Yes, I served actually. I'm pretty sure we got all the ants. Let's oh whoops. There's a tax form. Cause the fucking IRS says I owe them money. Fucking goddamn bucks. Alright. Oh. Oh. Chat, I'm fucking exhausted. Yeah, see, there's the light is here now because to make it easier. Oh, I've been putting that off for like weeks and weeks, but it had to be done. I'm quite happy with that. We had like 2 or 3-ish escapee moments. None were too bad, luckily. But it's done now. I mean, look at okay. So this is the aftermath. All of these, and look how little water they had remaining. Right, so that's why they had to be changed, is because their water was running out. It's also yellow. That's actually not an issue. And that's just 5 of them. We have several more. Right. 4 more. So that was 9. And then we also did like this single queen stuff earlier. And that was fun, if you can call it that. But yeah, that's done. And the reason why we got to do this is 1, they got to hibernate soon. And 2, I'm actually going to be away pretty soon for... Ooh, it doesn't look too bad. I'm going to be away in Japan pretty soon. So, yeah, this is part of getting ready for that. Whew. If you see an ant running on me, please let me know. Please let me know. Yeah, well, it's for our anniversary, sort of. Not really. Well, technically, and I don't think my wife remembers this, but we started dating 11 years ago today. But did anybody congratulate me? No. Yeah, well, it's my stream. I remembered. Some people, yeah. Or I learned in Japan that they call it Nippon. So I'm very excited to use that tidbit of knowledge. I'm most looking forward to eating a lot of ramen because I fucking love ramen. And taking advantage of the yen's exchange rate. You know that like that little like when you're in grade school or no, even kindergarten, you kind of you write down like the things you like or whatever. Huh? What's going back up? The yen? No. Anyway, so like they, you know how like you have like your list of hobbies and stuff like that, and people are like, I like cars. Imagine like you wrote out, I like taking advantage of foreign exchange currency prices and cars too. Cars too. which is like a spy thriller, I think. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, thank you for the congratulations, Newsy. Honestly, I think I need like a mental break from talking and from doing and stuff. That was you saw the sheer panic. I got better at it, but like ants are my favorite insect, but I'm still afraid of them, you know? I don't know. That's just how I am. So I'm probably going to watch Homicide: Life on the Street, maybe have a beer or two, and play RuneScape. Yeah. Your unemployed friend at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday. Anyway, I gotta clean up these ants as well. All these dirty tubes, but I might save it for later. They gotta soak anyway. The worst part is pulling out the cotton because it's pretty far in there and it's yucky. Yuck. Gross. I'm gonna also maybe let me rewatch the footage real quick of the last escapee. For my peace of mind, I just want to make sure that that she went into the tube, you know? Oh my god. These pants do not do me any favors. Jesus Christ, that looks horrible. They're so saggy and old. But they are comfortable. I could have framed this a bit better, huh? No, well, there's always next year. It's always next year. What is Trenchcoat Museum, by the way? New Spire. Some sort of grunge band. I know how much you love grunge because you're from Seattle. Song of the band Yard Act. Song by the band Yard Act. Okay. Song by the band Yard Act. Okay, the name of the name of the okay, I got it. I think. Anytime I feel like anything on my body, I instinctively think that there's an ant on me. All right, this footage does not make me feel better. I'm hoping they're all in there. Okay. All right. Chat, have a beautiful Sunday of football and broken dreams if you are a Blue Jays fan like me, who will not be a Blue Jays fan again until they get into the American League Championships. Yeah, all right. Have a good one. Have a good one, chat. I'll be back. I'll be back soon. I hope.